Pocket kings, the second best hand in poker and the one that causes the most pain. Cowboys, King Kong. Whatever you call them, they're a monster, but they come with baggage. Let's unpack it. Here's the number one fear with pocket kings, an ace on the flop. And yes, it happens, about 23% of the time. But flip that around. 77% of flops have no ace at all. 3 out of 4 boards are safe for your cowboys. Stop being afraid of a card that doesn't even show up most of the time. Even when your opponent holds ace-king offsuit, one of the most common hands you'll face, your kings are still a nearly 70-30 favorite pre-flop. They have an ace, and you're still crushing them. That's how strong this hand is before the board comes out. Now, the nightmare. Kings versus aces. You're an 18.5% underdog, and there's almost nothing you can do about it pre-flop. But here's the thing. The probability of running into aces when you hold kings is only about 4%. It's a cooler, not a pattern. Don't let a rare disaster dictate how you play the other 96% of the time. How should you play kings pre-flop? Aggressively. Always raise, always 3-bet. And in most spots, 4-bet as well. The single biggest mistake players make with pocket kings isn't losing to aces. It's flat-calling a raise, letting 4 opponents see a cheap flop, and then wondering why their kings got cracked by 7-5 suited. Get the money in before the board has a chance to betray you. The dream flop, King 7-3 with a backdoor flush draw. You've flopped top set. The near nuts. Now here's the question everyone asks. Should you slow play? On a dry board like this, the answer is usually no. Bet. Build the pot. If your opponent has an overpair or a big ace, they'll pay you off. If they have nothing, you weren't getting money from them anyway. Slow playing sets on dry boards is a recipe for winning small pots. Here it is. The ace on the flop. Ace 10-5 rainbow. Your stomach drops, but take a breath. Just because there's an ace on the board doesn't mean your opponent has one. In a heads-up pot after a 3-bet, your opponent's range includes plenty of hands without an ace. Pocket pairs, suited connectors, Broadway cards. Fire a small continuation bet around 1/3 pot. If they call, proceed carefully. If they raise big, that's when you start thinking about the breaks. Now this is a genuinely dangerous flop. Jack 10-9, all hearts, 3 to a flush, 3 to a straight, and you have neither. Any heart, any queen, any 8, and your kings could be drawing dead. This is the type of board where pocket kings go to die. Check and evaluate. If your opponent bets big, you need to seriously consider folding. One pair, even kings, doesn't survive on boards this coordinated. Think of every flop in 3 categories when you hold kings. Category 1. Safe. Low cards, disconnected, rainbow. Something like 7-4-2. Bet big, 60 to 75% of the pot. You have the best hand and you want value. Category 2. Ace high. Manageable but tricky. C-bet small. Around 1/3 of the pot. You're probing, not committing. Category 3. Wet and connected. Flush draws, straight draws, multiple Broadway cards. Here you slow down. Check or bet small and be ready to release if the action gets heavy. From under the gun, raise your standard size and don't be afraid when someone 3-bets you. Kings are one of the best hands to 4-bet with from any position. You want to play a big pot with this hand. From the button, you have even more incentive to 4-bet. You isolate a single opponent and guarantee you will play the rest of the hand in position. 4-bet to roughly 2.5 to 3 times their 3-bet and go from there. This is the hardest lesson with kings. Sometimes you have to fold them. If a tight player raises your c-bet on an ace-high flop, they probably have an ace. If the board completes a flush and a passive opponent shoves the river, they almost certainly have it. Kings are a beautiful hand, but post-flop, they're still just one pair. Folding kings when the evidence screams you're beaten isn't weakness, it's discipline. And discipline is what separates winning players from break-even ones. Kings are almost as strong as aces, but they require something aces don't: post-flop judgment. Play them aggressively before the flop, read the board carefully after it, and don't let fear or ego make your decisions. Next time on the Felt Academy, Ace-King, Big Slick, the hand that looks like a monster but plays like a drawing hand. See you there.